Is it working now? Can you guys hear me? No, I think my audio was on mute. Yeah, so I am in a short when I drew this out a couple minutes ago. This is I don't know how it's gonna play out. I don't really like taking too many trades after 9:30 open on gold, but I'll explain my thought process in a minute. I am on a overall in a bit of a small losing streak, though. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, last couple of trades I took on stream. I mean, overall not really, but just hoping I can get a winning one on stream at least. Alright, there we go. TP1 all set. I am looking for the lows made earlier today. Let's see if we can push down below that actually. I am torn if I want to move my stops, if I want to trail it yet. I really want to see price close below these lows so I can move my stops here. And with gold, you know, gold can be so manipulated sometimes. I really don't want to leave my position unprotected. So I don't know, if we get to close down below these lows, I'm gonna move my stops to break even. Let's see, but anyway, while that plays out, I'll just explain my thought process here. For our chart, got this oh man, I think it's just fully getting bought up. That's not nice. But anyway, we had this big dump earlier this week, a couple of days ago. Left behind this 4-hour fair value gap, right? So what I've been waiting for the last couple of days is for price to come back and react off of this level. So we did that. We came up here, but this was just a lot of chop. No real reaction, no real moves. So I hadn't taken anything yet. And then today we got a nice move down here and we closed the bearish engulfing. Alright, we did close this gap, but no real reaction. This was the reaction that this was the gap that we had to open up on Tuesday. We haven't really gotten a reaction off of this level, but that's probably the only level that makes me hesitate. But yeah, once I saw this bearish engulfing, this candle, this 4-hour candle basically opens at 9 o'clock. So we got that 5-minute candle when price came back up into this order block. That's when I took my entry. First TP was right above these lows, just because sometimes it can get front run. I'm trying to be extra careful with gold. But next TP would be down here. That's the thought process behind my trade right now anyway. I wanna trail my stop. Like I wanna move my stops here to this swing high, but I want to see price close down below this low first. And right now we're just kind of struggling to do that. That's why I'm like kind of waiting. That's what I'm waiting for. I don't know, but either way, I mean, I have taken TP1. So my TP1 usually is always such that worst case, if I get stopped out, like with my original stop loss, I'm gonna break even. Right? So this trade right here, worst case, it's a break even trade for me. But I would like to trail my stops once we break down, close below these lows, close below this level, and this low specifically, so that I can at least, if I do get stopped out beyond that, it's going to be in profit. We also did get a 15-minute bearish engulfing, right? So I really don't want to see price trade back up to, beyond this wick right here. Kind of want to see that hold. So yeah, we got to give it a little bit of time, I guess, but we'll see how it goes. I wish I could have the trades up in here, but I really just posted on Telegram. I don't have it up on here because my broker isn't connected to TradingView. Otherwise, I would love to have it posted up on here so that it's just easier to track and worry about. But I'm on MetaTrader on my phone when I execute my trades, so that's that. Want to see this follow through below these lows in a close. How's let me just check gold euro. The dollar's just been on a tear since the war started. Yeah, this is just so just gotta be a little patient here for me. Just waiting for that close below here. Just want to trail my stop so I can guarantee the profits that I already took. Forgive my voice too, and I'm just been a little under the weather, so. I just really don't like this. You just kind of chop in range, and I'm a very impatient person sometimes when it comes to price action. And I'm in a trade, especially with gold. The volatility and the manipulation can really scar you. Alright, how are we looking? Just gotta follow through. There we go. Such a tease. Thing that I wouldn't want most is if we got 5 minutes till this 1 hour candle closes. It's entirely possible that we get a wick up above the previous hour's high, but really don't want to see that. 30-minute bearish engulfing would be lovely. Start with 5 minutes left. Let's see how it closes. Yeah, I just don't like how, we're not getting follow through off of this level. I mean, a couple of rejections, but just no follow through. How's Bitcoin doing? I haven't even checked. It's 9:30 open. $74,000 is going to be huge for Bitcoin. It's really the level I'm watching. This low right here. Want to see that reclaimed if we're going to push back up to the mid 80s. But yeah, let's see. Say still, we just got no follow through right now. It's just really buggy. Could be another wick maybe. That's exactly why I hate it when price just retests the level and just there's no follow through. People see wick sometimes and they think that, you know, it's automatically bearish and it's getting respected. I mean, it just leaves behind a chance that we get a manipulation up like this. I'm still in for now. Like I said, worst case, this is a break-even trade for me, right? Whenever I have a TP1, it's always such that if I get stopped out, after, like, I want to make sure that the worst case is I break even, especially when I'm trading gold. We do have the new hourly candle starting, and I don't think... Oh, we did get the bearish engulfing on 30-minute. That's better than nothing. Yeah, I really want to see this wick region hold for this last 15-minute candle. That'd be really nice. But there's, yeah, like I said, there's just no follow through after getting rejected over here. So that's why I like, you know, yeah, probably just gonna get stopped out on this one. That's what, right? I was saying this was the other thing that I was looking at. 1 hour possibly coming up, taking out the 9 a.m. highs. That's definitely possible. But this would be my last one for the day, so, because I already took one earlier. I took two earlier today. One was a loss, one was a win. And then, yeah, if I lose this one, it's a break even for me, and I'm just gonna take it at that. All right, that's break even for me. I'm out of that one. Yeah, I'm out of that one. Just no follow through after retesting this over and over again. That's what I was waiting for. So we came back, retested it. This was where I got my entry. Thought we were just gonna go straight down, or at least after this candle right here. So even though it hit TP1, I was saying I wanted to see price close down below this level so that I can trail my stops, because I really want to see that lower low made before I start trailing my stops. So yeah, this was an overall break even. Fine with it. TP1 stopped out. Rest of it was break even. But yeah, we kept retesting this level without any follow through, and eventually just pushed back higher. So this is how you know this is just not something you want to see, right? When you break a I don't know, you want to call it a support level. This was like kind of a support level. We broke through it. You want to see that resistance retest and give a follow through. So yeah, Ibrahim, it is what it is, right? There was no loss, so I mean, it doesn't really bug me. I'm still up for the day, so it's fine. And like I said last time, I'm not really gonna hide these, or I think even last time on stream, it was a break-even trade. I don't know, it was 3 days ago. It was either 3 days ago or last week. I don't remember when was the last time I took a trade on stream, but it was also a break-even trade. I remember it hit TP1 or something, and then the rest was stopped out. Something like that. I'd have to go back and check in my journal, but yeah, I'm just gonna kind of watch price action a little bit just for the sake of it. I want to see how this ends up playing out. There's always something to learn. But as for taking trades, I'm probably done. I honestly wouldn't even be surprised if it went all the way back down here. Yeah, this could just easily be that hourly manipulation, but that's the really annoying part, is that if I set my stops all the way up at these highs, now that RR is just not good. So that's not the RR that I was interested in. So I had mine somewhere here. Yeah, look at that. There you go. Just a clear manipulation higher when the hourly candle started. So I didn't go all the way up to that fair value gap that I was talking about, but same general idea, right? We go up, sweep, manipulate, come back down. And I guess this is what where you can use the ICT macro even for this. It's not limited to NASDAQ or ES. I know that 950 to 1010 macro. So it was 950. It was this right here. Alright, price pushes up, manipulates, got a nice move lower. Still want to see close below that. Yeah, as we price finally closed below that level. I mean, I just want to see it go for those lows right there. Let me posting the review of this. There it is. There it is. Right. What's good, Jay? You didn't miss the fun, man. I got manipulated out over here. So, you know, you're good. Trade idea played out, but got manipulated out, broke even, because it did hit TP1. I'm just gonna post a review of this on my Telegram real quick. So usually at this time, I mean for today, yeah, I just been looking at gold, because we're at a level that I personally liked, right? We had this rejection down, we have this 4-hour fair value gap, price retrace to it over here. I've been waiting for 3 days for a reaction, honestly, to get like a pretty good reaction. And then the last 4-hour candle was a nice one. We got a nice bearish engulfing, and yeah, when the 9 a.m. candle opened, I was expecting like a follow through for new lows. That's why I was like, since 9 a.m. I've really only been looking at gold. So when I came down here, 9:30 open was where? I think it was this one. Yeah, that was 9:30 open. We got a bearish engulfing, and that's exactly the type of reaction that I want to see. Yeah, and so I took my entry on the retest of this order block, which was right here, and that was TP1. Was right here, and then final target was down here. So yeah, hit TP1, manipulated me out over here. So I was break even on the trade, and then finally went lower. But yeah, that was where my trade idea came from. So this was pretty much what I was looking at since the last hour or so. I haven't really been looking at NASDAQ or any other Forex pairs. I did have this high mark. The moment I opened the stream, actually, I marked out this high, because when I saw the NASDAQ charts, this was the level I wanted to see swept. We already had this, this was, when I saw this pump, it was pretty evident that we were going to move higher. So this was, anybody who's trading futures on NQ, this was a clean fair value gap trade, right? I mean, let's go down to 1 minute, see what happened. Comes down, forms a, higher low, engulfing candle, pushes higher, makes new highs. Then after we close this candle over here, this is the level you want to see respected, right? So we close higher, comes back down here, goes for the sweep. But at this point, it's already so close to the sweep. That's such a risky long down there. This would have been the better one, in my opinion, or at least this fair value gap over here. That would have been a really nice one. But yeah, NASDAQ high swept as well. Yeah. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to annotate a few things just to kind of see how price plays out, because I am forward testing as well, especially price action after 10 a.m. Let's see, because the 4-hour candle is still, it could be expanding, right? And if it is expanding, let's see if this level holds. There's always the chance, like I was saying earlier, that we go up and sweep the 9 a.m. candle highs. Right? We didn't do that. We went up, we manipulated over the lower time frame, like these highs. Stopped me out by $1. I'm gonna have to sleep on that. And then we push lower. But yeah, we're gonna see if this is the start of a new trend, but let's see if this level holds right here. Here's the thing, right? Anytime you see a trending market, this is what makes it so fun sometimes, is that if you're able to identify the previous swing levels, and when price comes back up to retest it, and you can get your engulfing candle or whatever fair value gaps off of them, whatever reaction that you want to see, it often gives really nice setups. I mean, let me know if there are any of the charts out there that look interesting. I obviously haven't checked them all, but curious if there's anything interesting going on out there. It is already 10:15 a.m. New York Eastern Time, and my trading day is just about to be done anyway. Look at that, it's just been so choppy. This was a pair that I was looking at for the last couple of weeks. It was so clean for like 3 weeks, and then the last week or so has just been disgusting on the daily time frame. But since down here, since like mid-Jan, it was such nice price action, especially on the daily. And then yeah, I wanted to see these highs taken out, which is not getting there. All right, just all of this bullshit going on. Same with the New Zealand dollar. Wanted to see those highs swept, but look, this is actually a little more interesting to me now. Like, the entry is just so much better, because look at that, price is coming into a discount, right? So overall, on the weekly time frame, I still think we go for those highs, right? Price has come into a discount, pretty much hit that order block, and now I want to see what happens. But I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow or if it's going to be early next week. But if we can start pushing higher with a fair value gap, or with like a little trend with a structure shift, because this is still a lower high, but if we can get a little structure shift, I'm going to feel a little more confident looking for longs on this pair, because I remember like Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar, I've been looking at them for longs, like for long positions for a minute now, because they were looking really good until like middle of last week. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind. Yeah, it's just been super choppy since then. This one, this was a trade I took earlier today. I didn't talk about it in Telegram, but this was for my own personal. Yeah, so this is I'm gonna go over with you guys who wanna see one of my favorite models in trading, right? But take a look at this, all right? What was this? This was, yeah, nearly a month ago. So about 3-4 weeks ago, I remember when price was down here, one of the weeks opened, and I was like, yeah, I'm fairly confident price is gonna go down and sweep these lows. Didn't happen, right? But I also said that I wasn't trying to short right away, because the risk to reward wasn't good enough, right? Think about how much we've dumped. We were at a discount. I'm not trying to sell at a discount. So when I saw this move start to happen, then I remember we had like a really good long last week. But you see how we've just had a trend higher and higher and higher. And what happened here is that price came down and we formed a higher low at a discounted level right here, right? And then we got this bullish engulfing candle, which is exactly what I want to see. And so now if I just go down to the 15-minute time frame, this was Wednesday 21. Yeah, so this was the start of today's trading day. Right here. Right, when it came down and the trend resumed, this was the trade that I took right here, this engulfing candle. That was it, because we came down. That was what I looked for on that candle closure. Stops were down here. Just targeting 1.5. Yeah, so that was nice for earlier today. But oh well. Still kind of unhappy about the way gold unfolded. You can see, there you go. It is being respected for gold. For now. You never know what happens after 10 a.m. Alright, well. Probably gonna call it a night right here. I'll keep an eye on that anyway to just see how it plays out in general. But yeah.